Alright guys, we're up and running again. It's casual. We're doing 2 streams today. A little bit shorter earlier. What we got accomplished was get our first few recruits. We got 2 mining operations, one in Stack, Callan and Birmingham. In here working away at this copper node that is actually inside Stack. So it's a great way for them to make us some nice money while they're still relatively safe. We got Rain the Giant and Kang working on the mine node outside of Squin. We recruited Beep, and we've acquired little dust coat here. This is going to make it safer going in and out of the Ashlands. We did take a trip to the Ashlands, get Sad Neil recruited. He's going to wait here, buy any science stuff we need as we get the funds for it when we're ready to progress that further. We're up to Tech Level 3, going to be working on Tech 4 next. Really, all we're trying to do is get that research for the future. Until we get our quote-unquote army relatively equipped, all we're going to be doing is making some money as quick as we can and doing some exploration. Let's take a look at Beep. We're going to go ahead and give Beep all of the equipment we can. That's going to make it so he's able to start training up his stealth as well. It's going to be a little more dangerous than we did it with Griffin, but we'll figure it out. Going to have to sell some of this stuff. Give that to Beep. What else do we got? Alright, so we got our first piece of at least standard grade heavy armor. That's what we're looking to do, is get everyone geared out in standard grade heavy armor. They're going to be clumsy, they're going to be slow, but it's going to take a lot more for them to actually get killed by the people that stomp them out. And it's going to allow them to train their crossbows without doing any major damage to their allies. And we won't have to micro them nearly as much in the beginning. So we need to hit the ninja tower and stack, get another mask, that way we have one for Griffin again, and then we're going to have Beep do some running around, get his training up. Griffin will probably send to the swamps, have him do a few runs, see about how much money we can make doing that. Right now I don't have casual researching anything. Let's take a look at the electricals we can do. We can get batteries, battery power. So that's what's going to let us keep researching and do more work here if we end up doing anything in town. And if we don't, it's going to make setting up our base a lot easier, because we're going to have the ability to keep the power on, keep things going. So without all of his super sweet stealth gear, Griffin's not nearly as impressive with his stealth running, but we'll get him back up there. We just got to get the right equipment. And no mask, it's kind of a bummer. We'll be able to get the pants from Stack though. Should also check on our money here. Get Calla to do some sales. So if you haven't been watching till now, what we're going to do is just keep mining this copper in here where it's safe. And by we, I mean the people we hired. We're not doing that ourselves. We're not going to sit here and stare at some pixels mining pixel copper. Just make sure they still got food. He'll get back to it. Griffin's going to head to the clothes store, look for the pants we need. Once we get him kitted out, we'll just send him on some swamp runs. Might be a little risky, but we're going to have at least 2 sneaky guys between him and Beep. We've got Ruka. She's been making our copper sales in Squin. And she's there to go grab up anybody if Rain or Kang actually get injured while they're mining. they're still out there pretty exposed, so tough or not, it's still a little bit risky. Better to have somebody here to go pick them up if need be. It's getting kind of hectic in the city. It looks like it's mostly just wolves. The nests are turned up, so there's so many wolves. We're going to run into a ton of those at some point. Hopefully it doesn't end up being a bigger problem than it is right now. So we didn't get the pants either. We're just getting hosed. We'll run down to Squint and try again. But I really do want Beep getting the training he needs. And it's really just very dangerous to have him doing this stealth training without some stealth gear to at least boost him up a little bit. Whereas Griffin's already running at 60 as it is. Whoa. Whoa, that is a lot of bandits. I did not expect that many to be out here just chilling. What are they doing? Why are there so many of these goons? Well, hopefully we can milk them for some stealth training. Just running away and throwing stealth back on. We'll just see it ticking up super fast. Alright, we'll make a dash for AdMag. See if we can get the mask there. We're really just kind of hunting around for the equipment we're looking for. Logan's up here in World's End. We figured out we can get, again, this is no mod, so like item availability is a big deal. Here I'm able to purchase heavy armor at a decent quality rating, as well as getting some crossbows and ammo. So if we look here, we got at least standard grade. You know, it could be better, but it's up to standard grade chest plates. If we wanted to stick with mercenary leather, we could. But if we were able to get it to roll specialist grade for the heavy armor, we're looking at a ton of harpoon resistance, and that's what we really want to see. We want that extra armor to deal with being attacked, but also we want to see a lot of harpoon resistance. That's what's going to make them, being bumbling idiots with their crossbows, not get their friends killed. We can also, while Griffin's running around, we'll probably send him back on a Flats Lagoon run. Just saw these guys got into a fight, but since we've got Kang and we've got Rain the Giant, every random bum that tries to attack them isn't really going to have any luck. It's going to take something. They're at least going to need to be outnumbered. They can probably 1v1 most bandits as it is. Come on now, make the whole run. He's just stopping for no reason. Probably want to pick up some grub for him too, so that we can keep him running back and forth. Everyone else seems like they're doing okay on food. I just got Beep hanging out here in the middle of nowhere. That's not safe. So this is the Thieves' Tower, so we're just going to make sure we're actually running over there. Just looking for the dude with the backpack. Still didn't get the mask we wanted. That is tough. We do need another backpack that we can give to Beep, though. probably should grab a bunch of food while we're here. We'll have Griffin check out the way stations, see what we can get there. We might be able to get some ancient science books at least, keep our tech moving, get things going. Really, I just want to see the consistent money coming in, and then we want to look at buying our heavy equipment. We want to see Rain and Kang getting equipped as soon as possible, and then we'll go from there. We're not going to bother with equipping a lot of our recruits we currently have, since they're kind of surfing a purpose already. But once we've got enough equipment to arm up extra personnel, that's when we're going to go grab it with Griffin and bring that back. Okay, nothing special there. No ancient science books. We're probably going to have to hit Flats Lagoon for that. Ideally, we want to see Beep start to really get some good training in. We also need Griffin to get the equipment he needs. It's kind of scuffed just not getting any of it so far. We might want to switch back for now. So we've got Griffin back at least somewhat geared up. We'll worry about training Beep once we've got the backup equipment. So what we're looking for is just the helmet and pants for Beep instead of just Griffin. And we'll let Griffin train up a little bit, wearing his dust coat instead of the actual assassin rags. Or sorry, ninja rags. Ninja rags is what's giving him that huge boost to stealth that was setting him at almost 100. I need to get some of those guys' attention here. They're not even here. Where are these layabout lazy bandits? Who's gonna attack me? I'm trying to get some training in. Don't they know? There they are. Sheesh, took you long enough. They're not even gonna try. Lame. We're still getting a decent stealth boost out of it, but it's come and go with them not really trying to chase us. We've we don't get lucky here, we'll just send Griffin on a run. Make some extra cats. Man, where's the trader? Man, his backpack's tiny. Get a real man's backpack, dude. Why is your backpack so little? Alright, no luck again. It's time to hit the swamp. We're gonna go make some big money here. Gonna need to ditch some of this stuff. Do we have a house here? I don't think we even have a building here. We'll take it up to stack. I don't want to run around with all of this stuff. I don't need it. There it goes. So see, even without having his best chest slot equipped, he's still sitting at 80 stealth. He's doing good. He's going to be able to go undetected for the most part unless we get caught on purpose just to get some training. Now this is crazy. This might be a problem. There's so many wolves that they're just bombarding the city with attacks. I wonder if Stack is not going to be safe for very much longer. It's crazy to me that this is happening. I don't even have a storage set up here. Crazy. Well, alright, I guess we'll run back to Squin. Let's see who's attacking Kang. These dang wolves, man, they're everywhere. But since it was these two, they're doing just fine. Is that? We've got a beak thing nest, but I think this one, yeah, that's the one we raided. The beak things respawn, but not the eggs. That's tough. That would have been nice to stumble across. But we'll get this stuff put away, and then we'll get to making money a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and hit the machine shop. Drop off a boatload of copper. He couldn't even afford it all. Sheesh. Check on Ruka, make sure she's selling. See, we've got a decent amount of money coming in. You know, we were at somewhere like 13,000, 14,000, made almost 30,000 cats just selling off the copper we had. Gonna have him dump off some of this stuff. I don't think we're even gonna need the sleeping bag. If we end up needing the sleeping bag, we really messed up. And then I'm going to head straight for the swamp. We're not gonna do any, like I said, any hacky, weird stuff where we take a dead body and stuff him full of drugs and it somehow magically makes him way lighter. We're just gonna run out there, fill this backpack, make a few trips, give us something dangerous to do while we're waiting for the copper to pile up. The other thing we could do is try to set up a temporary base, but it's just probably not worth it. We're going to spend so much money in materials and time just to get nothing. What I'd like to see is a place where we can set up, and maybe that's what we should look for. It's just a place we can set up and start making food. Food is not something that we can easily get a ton of, especially as we start to get more people. It's going to become a bigger and bigger problem. We may have to go hunting, and we're not going to be able to do that anywhere near where all those wolves are out at Stack. Let's go ahead and check in on Logan, see if he can buy some. Well, no, we gotta have a bunch of money for what we're about to do with Griffin, so we'll let that slide for now. Come on, Griffin, loading. I guess he wants to really be invisible for a little bit. And the swamps are going to just be crazy loading times. There it goes. Just want to avoid blood spiders if we can. I don't even know what kind of nest that's supposed to be. Hopefully raptor nests. Wow, he ditched all his food. That was dumb. Have to turn his jobs off. If you don't turn jobs off, they'll just ditch all their food whenever they're in town, even if they don't have a specific job to do. Getting here just after the nick of time, which kind of stinks. Okay, that's all we can afford. We're not encumbered, so that's pretty good. We'll head to Flats Lagoon. But we need food. I almost left without the food. We do not want to get hungry running around with a backpack full of stuff. There we go. Still not encumbered. That's good. So not being encumbered is a big deal because that's what keeps it from affecting our stealth. So this is going to net us a whole buttload of money. If we were to get a pack animal and do this, it would be even more. But it's kind of cheesy that I can basically go pick up a cow and it's 2 tons worth of drugs and carry that, but I can't just carry the backpack full of stuff myself. So we're just going to do it this way. It would be funny if your strength was high enough, if you could just strap a Garu backpack to yourself and go. Maybe that would be good. So this is kind of the tough part about playing without mods. If I was playing with mods, all the shopkeepers would have enough money that I wouldn't have to check on my guys that are mining and sell it as we go. We would just sell it whenever we needed money, and we'd sell 5, 6, 7 things worth of copper, 600-700 pieces, and it wouldn't be a problem. But because the shops have such limited funds in the base game, that's not really doable. What do we got here? So this might actually be some trouble. before Kang and Rain. But we can check this out, see how this fight goes. You can even turn the UI off, get a little cinematic with it. Oh, Kang's already down. It's not looking good for the home team. Oh, she doesn't... Her arms are already busted. Yep, what they say, they get outnumbered and suddenly it's a problem. They'll be okay, though. Kang's busted up a little bit, but he's not going to die. Rain's sitting here trying to headbutt people or something, I guess. We don't keep any food on him anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to crank his toughness up by just getting up. There we go. Once they leave, this is why we have people here and it's going to keep an eye on them. Every now and then they're still going to get busted up. We do need to get her a better med kit though, if that's what she's here for. We also need to bring them in, make sure they're not just left out on the street, because that's how they get enslaved, and that's going to be an entire ordeal we are not prepared to deal with. If our non-sneaky guys get enslaved, it's going to be a huge problem. Speaking of sneaky guys, let's make sure we don't leave him as beak thing bait. So we're at 39,000 right now. I think we're at 43 when we bought all this stuff. Yeah, there's a whole, basically a whole night's worth of copper right there. Now the other thing we could see is if we're able to fill one of these backpacks up. The only problem is our sneak goes to nothing. So we'll have to see if we can carry a backpack full in our regular inventory. See what we're working with here. Our strength's not that high, so I don't imagine we're going to get away with that. But we'll see what we can do without cheesing it too hard. The other goal here is we're going to have Beep get geared out, and that's going to make it a lot easier. Having two of them at the same time working on it will be way better. Got Khaled already making a run, so we'll go ahead and sell this stuff. And you can see, like, we're already getting up closer to 100,000 cats. We're making pretty good money. It's not going to be too long before we can buy all the armor we need. Huh? Okay, there we go. Sheesh. Why are there so many beds? That threw me off. The store over here has so many beds. Just for no particular reason, it seems. What kind of... See, that's crazy. We just ran through a beak thing nest like it was cool. Oh, but there is a beak thing or 7. They just hadn't loaded in yet. Okay. But that's awful close to Flats Lagoon. Oh, here it is. This is where we die. Yeah. So you can kind of fake them out, trying to attack them, make them think you're going to stand and fight. It's a bit of a process. It's kind of lame trying to do it this way, but it does work. The other way is just pressing R while you're continually running. It's kind of the same thing. It's a little cheesy, saves some time, but you can just waste the time to actually stand there if you really want to. But this is like he's doing a quick fake turnaround. Man, these big things are tedious to deal with. We gotta get them all roughly on the same timing here. And this is obviously super annoying. This isn't the most fun, but beak things are not to be screwed with. There's not really much I can do. I've got to run back, but they're going to pay for it. I know roughly where their nest is. They're going to make sure we raid that, take all their eggs, and take advantage of this opportunity disguised as a near-death experience. The only thing that stinks is we can't really switch off and just trust him to run back. He will immediately die if I stop microing him. Because when you try to just run, they do a very good job of getting ahead of you and beaking you down. And there's no one to save him. If he gets hit and knocked down, he is dead. There's nobody here to help. Oh, looks like they didn't like that hill. Oh my goodness, they're leaving us alone. Oh, that's a relief. I really didn't know if he was going to survive that or not. Tricks or no, that beak things are a hazard. Ooh, there's no mercenaries here? That's not good. No way. There's gotta be mercenaries here. There don't have to be mercenaries here. That was all for nothing. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not gonna go steal their eggs. So we're not suicidal. I'm gonna go check in with Logan. I'm gonna start with the armor. So if we have to, we can buy any old junk we have to for the other stuff. So this is what I'm concerned about though, is that I've set up in the wrong place and wasted some money. All the high grade stuff is ending up being the lighter armor. I'm just kind of hoping eventually the heavier stuff will go on sale here. May as well check what the Ranger Shop has if they got this bad of a selection on armor today. Let's buy what they have, you know, keep them out of stock. There we go. Specialist toothpick and some toothpicks. That's not bad. We'll have him haul. Put that armor away. Griffin still gonna run straight through here. So are they just not loaded in? Are we gonna do this again? Or did they? No, they chased us and hecked all the way off. I'll be darned. The only problem is now we're giga encumbered. But if we can get incredibly lucky, we'll make a small fortune right here. What are you? Black dog. We just got to be ready to abandon this stuff if we have to. I don't want to. I really want to get away with this. We let those beak things chase us away, and now we might actually get to sell all of their eggs. Is there anyone to trade with here? Do you have money, sir? Sir, come back. Sir, right. My stuff is very heavy. Help me. So we gotta pay the tax here, but we'll get our money back. Dang Hiver took advantage of us. We really wanted to sell that stuff. He only bought a few of them too, broke bastard. This is the tough spot. This is where all the animals end up catching you off guard, and then you run into a pile of beak things, a bunch of boneyard wolves, which we haven't even seen yet. Those things are massive. Seems like a lot of hivers do trek through here, though, to sell stuff. It would be interesting to operate as highway bandits out here. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. That whole mess. Everything that just disappeared into the water, it didn't disappear. They're there. They're going to go after the hivers. Hopefully the hivers will kick their butt, but I'm not honestly that hopeful. Okay, yeah, they tied them up real good. But the boneyard wolves aren't something to sneeze at. Guess they just had the numbers. Ooh, I am moving slow. I'm gonna get there just in time for those dogs to wake up and eat me. Yep, see, they're already getting up. That is not cool. Let's take that lantern off. Not draw attention to ourselves, maybe. Just maybe. Now, we should be able to sell these eggs. I wonder if they're expensive out here, like if they sell for an extra good price. Same as anywhere else. Gonna have to wait till morning to finish selling these, maybe even later. But hey, money coming in is money coming in. That will work. I don't think Sad Neil's going to have anything fancy for us. We want to see if we can get toothpicks here, but I don't think we can. I don't think they're going to sell anything like that. Now I've just got to find... I could buy the science stuff. It's going to be a while before I send Griffin out here, though. So I don't want to invest that money there yet. We're going to have him sell this stuff off and then make another run to Shark. Get that going. Get both of them back to work. I don't think Ruka will have anything to sell. Because they've been napping the whole time, yep. That's fair though, they got beat up. Beep, what are you up to? Just chilling. Could see if the Shinobi Tower in the hub has the mask rafter at least. We can't send him after the pants. Holy Nation guys do not like bug people. They do not mess with bug people. Now we got Beat Turbo boosted up. We're heading out to get that mask. I just want to see if I can make him into my best ninja, since he'll be immune to acid as it is. Once he's up to stealth, he's going to be perfect for it. He'll be able to wear full stealth gear with the exception of the shirt, but the main thing is the ninja rags. He's got that already. Don't need the plastic surgeon. I want to make Beep into like this big beefy mega Beep, but I don't want him to lose his voice lines, and I don't know if he will. I've actually never checked that before. Shinobi Trader, no mask, rough. And yeah, he can't wear that shirt. Not gonna invest money into a crazy weapon for him yet. Alright, we want to sell. I don't think they have anything I want. I don't want to get into crafting armor without mods. It's so bad. There's just never enough materials to do anything with. These guys do have a high quality toothpick though. It weighs too much though. I can't put it on this guy. We're trying to stay light so we can make our runs back and forth. Check with Logan again, see what the shops have to say. Armor shop. See, this is what I'm worried about. The heavy armor is shoddy. We did get standard pants. I think we're just going to have to keep checking in here. I don't see... Yeah, see, they're specialist grade mercenary. I'm hoping they don't only specialize in medium armor. That's going to be kind of a bummer. I wanted to get at least high grade for most of the items, but we might have to start out small. Okay, high grade toothpicks. go. How are you doing on food, Logan? Yep, just you, so you're fine. Beep's doing a little ninja scoot. Probably down low enough now we can head directly for Ad Mag. Let's have him run. Maybe we can cheese some stealth training by getting him caught. We'll just have to keep an eye on it, make sure Beep doesn't randomly get mowed down. Ideally, I'd like to get him up to speed and have him traveling with Griffin. Maybe even have Beep recruit some more Hyver ninjas. It's just convenient. Oh boy. Okay. We didn't take the crossbow. Don't have the tools. But this is an ancient lab. I do wonder what's in here. I wish there was a way when you come into these places to just turn the lights off. That would be nice. You know, there should be a light switch. I don't know if that would matter to robots. They probably got infrared vision or whatever, but still. The stealth in this game is light-based, even against these guys. I don't see anything special on the second floor. It all looks like it's on the third floor. So we're just going to see if we can run right past these guys with our ultra-high stealth stat. Because if we can't, we are cooked. These guys will absolutely murder us. Okay, so just the one robot. Ooh, tools. And a government kit. It does look like I'm going to be able to pick the lock over here. If I can just kind of lean over the fence here and steal the stuff this way, I'll take it. Ooh, there's another spider coming. I'll come over this way. I'm being so sneaky. Man. Okay, fine. We'll check over here for a little bit. See what we can steal from over here. Yeah, if the tools are in his backpack, he's gonna pretend like he doesn't have any. It's kind of goofy. If I see this eyeball disappear, I have to slam that space bar. This is intense, because if we can get out of here with everything in here, that'll be even more money, or some really good jumpstart on research. Oh, this could be a big break, but for whatever reason, that spider's just hanging out up here. Seems like we're gonna get away with it though, which is nice. I think these robots are just kind of dumb. If I'm not waddling around in front of them, they don't pay any attention to the noise. There are generators and everything running here. Maybe that's why they don't hear me. Cutting a hole in the wall and then digging in through the back of the safe. So we don't know, once we cut it, you know, as low as we can without actually cutting it, we should be able to avoid using our tools. Basically just kind of damage it. We won't be able to pick it, but we can use strength. There it is. There it is. So this is all just money. How are we doing on encumbrance? We are still not encumbered, boys. That is so much. Pick this, we can pick this one. Nothing fancy in there. Want to get in there. Alright, let's slow it down. Check those. Pick this. Okay, nothing. Looks like we're still out of line of sight of that other spider. Oh boy, okay. This weighs 8 kilograms. 10? Oh, 2 each. 2 each. Okay. So let's see. Starting to get encumbered. What about if we put everything in there? I don't want to be encumbered at. We're gonna stick with that. Whew, now we gotta try and get out of here. We got most of the good stuff. No, not that way. Come on, Billy. It's not gonna let me grab that from the other side. I'm not that worried about it. We made out like a bandit. Let's not get murdered here. Let's get out of here. Damn. So surprised beef didn't get eaten, I'll be honest, just hanging out in the dark outside of town. That was kind of dumb. Still no mask. Rough. It is what it is, though. We'll get what we need eventually. Griffin's going to be our big money maker here. I mean, if you look at the cats we're sitting at right now, we should be able to get some decent armor, get some decent crossbows. And you know, if I can only get the good armor I want from Squin, and we just have to run crossbows back from the end of the world, that's not really the biggest deal. Oh, there are mercenaries here, maybe. Interesting. Masaru, huh? There's another hiver. Don't really want to recruit from here just yet. Oof, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell anything here. can buy mercenaries. That's interesting. We got all the beak thing eggs though, so they aren't gonna help us any. Suppose we go throw them at those robots, but I think I cleared that place out pretty well too. Let's see what we can sell at the weapon shop. I got lots of stuff for you. Specialist grade armor, you don't say. Okay. And you got a bunch of money to boot? Yeah, let's do some business. We're running home. We are gonna be running home with that. Oh, it was the one. I got so excited over one. And you got pants. We'll take some pants. Ooh, you broke as a joke, my guy. Where else can I sell stuff? Alright, well he bought a lot of stuff. He's got all the hash. Oh, but I don't want to load up on hash right before heading back to Squin. But yeah, apparently I can get armor and crossbows at the weapon shop in the swamp. If only I had known, right? We scored a ton of science books checking into that lab. That's going to be very nice. Beep, do these guys have anything you want yet? You poor guy. He's just trying to get geared up so he can be a ninja hero, dude. Just wants to be a real ninja hero. We are rocking up to 90 stealth with the dust coat on. Here pretty soon we just need to find an Ashlander helm with storm goggles. That's how we get the rest of our immunities we need. We've made a ton of money though. That's the nice thing we have done. Ruka and Kang out here just trying to work. People gotta try and press them. Don't know who they're messing with. Because a lone hungry bandit's gonna get cut up. And they just go right back to work. They don't even bother worrying about it. They're just like, okay, Corpsey, you have fun. What does the weapon shop have out here? Do they have the pattern for the Paladin's Cross? I could be talked into crafting those. They do not. Not surprised by that. Okay. That is a specialist samurai helmet, and it does prevent dust storms. I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll take a samurai helmet. I'm gonna have to start checking the weapon shop too. I'll be darned. Come on. High grade chest plate. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Very nice. I like spending money, man. Give me more of that stuff. We are here for your high quality weaponry and armor. Aimless, you better get out of the swamp, boy. You're gonna die. Guess nobody told him this is where you go to get eaten. Look at all these bandits. How could I ever say no? That is free XP. probably already worn off, though. Yeah, it's going up a little bit, but not much. So we're ending up with a decent amount of equipment. Probably drop that lantern off in case it becomes relevant. Why not the health kit? Let's see what they got here. I've been surprised by the weapon shops. No, 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 no. See, you gotta turn sneak off before you go talk to somebody. Oh, that was almost bad. I do not want a bounty in here. So I can at least buy the pants. They're just standard, but it's better than nothing. Whoa, hungry bandits in here, huh? Those guys are gonna lose some limbs. You do not want to start stuff in the Shek Kingdom. But we're slowly starting to acquire some gear, which is nice. We're gonna send him straight back to Shark. Get our money up. Come on, give me what Pete needs. Yes, see? Victory. Now have Birmingham check the clothes shop. We might be able to get Pete geared up. We'll have to take him his stuff, but that's okay. Nope, no luck. We'll do a quick sale. Want to make sure we don't pile up too much copper to sell. Once you fall behind, it's just a pain to catch up. Now that our skill's getting up there, we're running into having too much copper for any one shop to buy. Don't want to end up with that being... Oof, see, yeah, we've got so much copper to sell already. Just from a little bit of running around. I'm gonna go ahead and buy food just to help compensate. Alright, we got all of our copper sold, which is good. I think that was a wolf trying to attack me. That's going to be a bummer if this city's just kind of shot. Yeah, looks safe enough for now. Have Ruka buy some books. And sell some copper. Ooh, boy. Piled up some copper here, too. I'll have Logan double check the stores out here, see if they've reloaded any today. I don't know how often they reload without mods. See, now there's no helmet there. Nope, I don't think they've reloaded yet. And that's cool. We don't necessarily need them to that fast. Alright, it is time to buy the good stuff. Okay, we'll load up there. Actually, we wanted to try filling up the backpack. Remember, Sorry, I had a wicked sneeze. Didn't want to blast that and leave it on the VOD or blow your eardrums out. Okay. We are wildly encumbered the moment we do that. That's kind of a bummer. I don't think that we're going to be able to do this. It's just not safe. You know what? To protect that kind of money, we should just hire the mercenaries. What am I thinking? Let's just hire some mercenaries so they can walk us over there. We'll be a lot better off doing it that way. If we're not even able to sneak anyway, may as well bring some protection. It's what? 4,000 cats tops, maybe 8. I don't care about the hounds. Is there only one set of mercenaries? That kind of stinks. These guys really struggling to keep up with me as it is. Come on now. There we go. Now we keep it. The other option we had here was to do some real strength training with Griffin before we even try to do this. It's something you can kind of automate pretty well, but we just don't have that going right now. That could be what we have Ruka do, and then we can have Rain back them up. Yeah, because we can use Casual to do the selling. We'll have Ruka go mining iron. Is there a node out here? I could have sworn there was an iron node. Yep, there we go. Worried about selling the iron, so we can put the storage for regular ore down here. I'm not going to be doing any crafting here, no matter what. I really, if I do weapons and armor crafting, it will be way down the line in my own city, I think. That should be plenty. Oh, but I don't have any iron plates in storage. That's annoying. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Where? My mercenaries are way behind. That is not cool. I don't know what attacked that they're that far behind, but we're just going to push on and hope that we can get through here in the dark. They're coming, they're just slow. We've really got to keep an eye open. This is kind of risky because finding that backpack, if I have to drop it, is going to be a nightmare. I do not want to lose all of that money. the sun is starting to come up right at the worst time. And Rain's under attack. Oh man, Kang already got beat down. It's a pack of wolves, really? Dang. Kind of want to see if we can get our mercenary buddies to come show up. I don't feel like dealing with ruffians on my own. Come on, guys. Pick up the pace. What am I paying you for? We're gonna run them back to the gate, see if we can bait the wolves that way. Is that it? One guy? We got one dude. That's not impressive. What did they get attacked by if there's one dude left? This is the moment of truth. Not sad, Neil. Come on. That looks like just a family of Garu. You shouldn't mess with me. I think we might make it. Just might make it. This will be the luckiest run ever, though. Don't necessarily want to rely on that to help me get through. Alright, well, we made it. Sell all this stuff off. sure I like that. Yeah, will they do a buyback on this? I'll buy just the high grade stuff. Yeah. Yep. Don't need a standard toothpick. Alright, we still made a ton of money though doing this run back and forth. Having a speedy stealth character is never gonna not be useful. We'll get them back out working, I think they'll be okay. High grade armor, good stuff, good stuff. So they do, so I'm probably gonna start getting picky since we've got time, and I'm not gonna buy anything else that isn't high grade or better. Didn't randomly get a helmet, but that's okay. Then we just gotta hit the ranger shop. I think we're gonna do the same thing with crossbows. Just be picky about what we take. Spend our money on the good stuff. Get high quality or better. That's gonna make us much more successful at the end of it. What's Logan sitting on anyway? He's got some standard grade crap that we gotta get rid of, but it'll work in case we end up short and just really want better stuff quicker. Slowly stacking up iron. The iron is for strength training later. Anybody that's human will be able to do it somewhere safe, and if they're not human, we'll just do it at Squin. Really the main progress we're making now is just getting armor. All of that armor, all of those weapons. That's what we're after right now. Not standing alone in the swamp, Griffin. That's not what we're doing. Switching around a lot while they're doing these big runs sometimes can cause problems with their running, and they'll just stop and sit around and do nothing. Let's wait for the weapon shop to open. Beep. You just need pants. So we need to sell copper, probably for Khaled and Birmingham soon. Yeah, already getting overloaded there. We'll sell more in the morning. But we've still got so much money. We're going to be able to buy everything we need. It's just going to take time for it to be available in the shops. It's kind of a bummer that the shops have such a small selection day to day, but you got to do what you got to do. With mods, I think it's just a lot better. You'll be able to buy way more at one time. You'll be able to sell more at one time. It's just less inconvenient. That's the only real game change I see. Because if you're willing to just wait, like if you're not on some made up time crunch, there's almost no difference other than one is way less inconvenient and tedious. Now it does give you, some of the mods will give you access to better armor. Like right now I can get high grade and specialist armor that is just good general purpose armor, good against crossbow bullets, but one of my favorite mods lets you actually just buy crab armor, and it's rare that it's the high quality, but you can slowly build and buy high quality crab armor straight out of the hub and the little ninja trade building just outside the hub. And that makes traveling to the other zones so much easier. Just being able to be immune to acid is really nice, but you don't get the immunity to dust storms, so your accuracy goes way down. It's kind of the trade-off you make. Can your army go anywhere in the world without just melting, or are you more accurate? And, I'd always take crab armor, at least the helmet and chest. We're gonna see what this weapons place has again, because we got some cool stuff last time. Just standard. There's a specialist toothpick. We'll take that. That's it, but that's not nothing. And then we will head to Square. Now it's time to revisit here, get the rest of our copper sold before it piles up too much. That reminds me, we need to check for Beep's pants. Bingo. Perfect. We'll send Griffin over to grab those as well. He's been invaluable, just making all these runs, getting the extra money going, giving us something to do while we wait for funds and armor to build up. I really can't stress enough how much more fun it is being able to actually sprint around the continent and go do different things, make those runs to transport those illegal materials to Flats Lagoon. It gives you something more active to do, especially knowing there's beak things between the swamps and the Flats Lagoon. It makes it a little more high risk, high reward. Because if we lose him, now you've got to go train up another stealth guy from scratch. And while Beep's going to have the equipment he needs for it, he's not going to be up to snuff. I can't just run him around the Holy Nation with those raptors. It's going to take more to get him trained up. Alright, we've got some decent stuff here. It's kind of nice. more science books for tech level 5. Crazy. Okay. Harpoon turrets. I think we want... Well... Yeah, the harpoon turrets are going to require money. Not money, electricity. We might be able to do something crazy with mounted crossbows. But let's go grab Beep's pants. And then actually, I believe we could hit Narco's trap and get probably some decent science stuff too. That's another thing we could do. Let our copper kind of build up the cash for our armor. We're staying way ahead on armor as it is. Or at least on the money to buy the armor. Okay, nothing magical going on in there. I think we're still same day. Are we? No. Keep being picky on the armor. High quality toothpick is good enough. And some ammo. It's crazy to me seeing all of these wolves every single time. Every single time. Alright, we'll grab those for Beep. Get that going. Now we'll be able to get Beep up and running and actually run it around training. Beep was starting to get a little hangry too. We'll get him fed though. At least right now with a little bit of a smaller squad, we don't have to worry about eating the whole town out of food. That'll become a problem later as we expand if they were all in one place. Now another thing we could do is expand to the United Cities and mining there, but it's kind of obnoxious trying to remember to sell from all of those many different places. It can really be a pain in the butt. Griffin, grab you some food. We're gonna take him to Narco's trap. We're going to go ahead and get our wind generator theory knocked out. Iron plates, steel bars, stone mining. Ore drill. We're just going to start hammering out science with whatever we pull from Griffin and make sure we really focus our money on buying our armor and equipment. I haven't seen too many helmets though. We're going to need to look for a good place to buy good helmets too. And we can send Griffin for that if we have to. We might have to just send him on a run in the middle of the night to Katoon. That is not where I'm trying to go, dude. Don't stop there. It's getting close to time to wrap this one up. Really what we've done here so far this time, it was just making some more money, making those runs back and forth. We did break into a single ancient tech lab and took the most valuable stuff out of it. I think I'm going to rob Narco's trap blind and then we'll call it there. We might even start tomorrow's session there, depending on how long this takes. So tomorrow will be the training of Beep, give Griffin a break. Might see about doing strength training for him. Because if we can get him stronger, we'll be able to take 3 ninja backpacks, load them up, still be fully stealth, be a lot safer. So this is going to be dodgy at this time of day. There's so many people. We'll see what we can do. No, it's broad daylight. Yep, we're going to have to wait it out, so we'll probably make this a tomorrow mission. Where could we go? We could go wait at the farm, stay out of the acid rain. Got some food on us. We're just gonna wait till it's close to nightfall, and then we'll head to Narco's trap. I don't want to get caught. The last thing I need is to have a bounty in the Holy Nation. So right now, you know, our tech level, we're at the 4th level of research bench. Researching a bunch of power. We've got some pretty decent kits here for armor. We're not really... We've got plenty of crossbows. We really just need more high quality armor, especially helmets. I'm going to have to find a really good place to buy high quality helmets. The last thing we need is our crew getting shot in the head and dying on the spot. See, this here has a little bit of protection from acid and burning and a little bit of dust storms, but it's just not good enough. We are looking for high quality, and we want that immunity to dust storms. High quality toothpick and some ammo. Yep, time's about up. We are just waiting for nightfall. We'll catch that on the next session. We're just hanging out with Griffin at the farm. Since we're basically a Holy Nation citizen anyway, they're not going to mess with us. Doing some research, and we will get caught up. We should have enough of our armor by the end of tomorrow, if not the first session of tomorrow. I'll be recording in the mornings and then one in the afternoon. Right now, this is the best way for me to put out at least somewhat of a VOD. at least until things pick up. I am going to throw some shorts together just for some quick tips and some outtakes. We'll see those up on the channel soon. If you guys enjoyed it, just be sure to go look at the rest of the series I have. I've started one series before, but life got in the way. Now I've got a lot of time to... Oh goodness, I've not been paying attention to the chat. I am the worst. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I haven't even been responding yet. So right now the map mods I'm using, show me these timestamps. How long ago was that? Goodness, that was forever ago and I missed it. Now I feel dumb, but hopefully if you see this, Theodore, the map mod I'm using, we'll cover this before I close up. I feel so dumb doing that late, but it's just a very basic map mod. I'll have to put those in the description. The map mod itself is beginner friendly. If anything, it tells you a lot more about the roads you're going to take. The biggest thing you're going to want to watch out for is any mod that is going to actually change where the cities are that can interfere with your map mods. As far as beginner friendly, the game's definitely not. If you don't like losing or you're not okay restarting or reloading, depending on how you like to play. But I will try to keep a better eye out. Today was a little intense trying to run back and forth and make sure I answer those questions. Like I said, hopefully you'll see that later. We'll be streaming about twice a day, Monday through Thursday, and we'll see what the rest of the schedule looks like.